So who is that poor schmuck on camera? Can't sing worth a lick, can he? Anyway, commentary time. Hey guys, Brandon here. Talking about this review I made for The Lion Guard, Return of the Roar. The first in a long line of videos I basically made about The Lion Guard, and obviously this is unscripted, so if I ramble and mumble throughout this video, I apologize, but yeah, basically, yeah. This is gonna be fun. And of course, I'm a huge fan of the original Lion King, as most of you know, and after getting to the review scene, I sort of, it was basically through sort of, essentially I'm trying to find the words to describe here. I'm sorry if this is awkward. Basically, being a huge fan of The Lion King, I thought it would be fun to sort of add my 2 cents in about this new spin-off that Disney was making, and I only like seeing still images. I hadn't really seen any like video clips of this movie before actually watching the entire thing. But yeah, you know, I thought it would be kind of fun to throw in my 2 cents. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Look forward to me repeating myself throughout this entire video. This is my first time doing this, so again, this is an experiment. And yeah. Yes, in this birdie boiler clip. I couldn't resist. When you have the opportunity for a joke, I mean, you can't afford to let the little ones go soon. And of course, the first thing to talk about is the fact that I'm not that big a fan of Rob Lowe as Simba. Like, this guy's claim to fame is really kind of awkward, and I don't want to talk about this because this is not a NSFW series, so yeah, I'm not that big a fan of Rob Lowe as Simba. I honestly don't get the hate for Matthew Broderick as Simba, though. There are a lot of people who are not a fan of Matthew Broderick as Simba, but by God, Rob Lowe, like, he's not a bad actor, mind you, but he's, something about him is just off. And of course, this joke involving Mr. Peabody and Sherman. How awkward is it that the guy who actually created The Lion King, how crazy is it that one of the kids he worked with on that movie would then go on to star in a spin-off show that was based on a movie he co-directed? It's very ironic. Hindsight, I guess. And of course, we have it was really hard for me to figure out like how to narrate this thing, because like I had sort of issues with Disney copyright before, and I was trying to figure out which parts to narrate and whatnot, and I don't even know what that has to do with this. Oh yeah, I had 3 choices for this joke about the Beautiful Day song. One was the Lady Antebellum Perfect Day song, one was the Phineas and Ferb Perfect Day song, and Michael Bublé just went out because Michael Bublé, I guess. And yeah, the Honey Badger Don't Care joke. That isn't topical at all. I love dating these videos, don't I? And yeah, this is a fun video to make. Like, oh, the hyenas. This is pretty much just going to be a series of rambles you're going to be hearing throughout this video. So, like, if you want to skip this video, I don't blame you. Like, and yeah, this was a fun movie to talk about. I hadn't really seen anyone do like a review of this of a Disney Junior product before. Like, I don't know how many like TV movies they've made, but like, you know, hey, you know, I pretty much created this review series to sort of like how I did my BAMBIMAN audio reviews when I first started YouTube. Basically just talking about movies that I wasn't sure if enough people talked about, or something I didn't want to sort of follow the trend of doing movies like that a lot of people had talked about, like The Room or anything like that. But you know what? I'm a fan of animation movies, and you know, and in terms of animation, there's a lot of animation that's obscure. One of my next videos that'll probably, oh, of course, Bolt reference. Anyway, basically, like, there's a lot of obscure animated movies out there, and you know what? Figure, why not talk about this? Because it's a big topic. It's based on one of the biggest Disney movies ever. Oh, of course, this fourth wall joke right here. Oh my gosh. And of course I had to use the Zazu clip coming up, and yeah. If you have to do a fourth wall joke like Zazu singing Small World, it never fails. This is fact, I'm sure. But yeah, this is something that I was really kind of curious about when first hearing about this movie, and like like most people, like I was kind of laughing when I first heard about the Lion Guard and the plot synopsis of it, and when I first heard the synopsis of this show, I mean, and that it was going to be based on Simba's kid, one of them who was pretty much just made up. You know, there were a lot of people who were, you know, kind of ranting and raving about it, you know. But you know what? After finally having seen it, like it really kind of fascinated me, like how, like it really fascinates me with spin-offs like this, like how they sort of add on to the original stories, and they basically like with this backstory right here with Scar and the Roar of the Elders and him being on the original Lion Guard, like it really fascinates me, like what kind of things they add on to sort of add to the mythos of, you know, these movies and or cartoons or what have you, whatever the spin-off is spun off from. Yeah. And yeah. You're gonna be hearing me say yeah a lot throughout this video. So again, like if you are really deciding to sit through this commentary, like I salute you, man or girl, whatever, whoever you are, you're awesome for watching through this. You're a trooper, man. And of course, this joke right here. I don't think I chose the right clip because Bunga wasn't really shouting in that clip, but what are you gonna do? it's a, you know, I think that's all it comes down to with my video. Oh god, Tifu and Zuri. Yeah, this was something that really kind of peeved me about this movie, like and the show, like the females, like if you notice in the series, like I haven't really discussed it in depth, but like at least the original Lion King movies had the decency to have their female characters be like these sort of strong, you know, independent, you know, strong-willed. I know I just repeated that word, but yeah, strong-willed. And you know, even though Kiara was sort of, you know, this sort of high school aged girl, you know, she still had a, you know, a good heart, and she was strong, you know. But to go from that to this, where like my claw is stuck in a tree, it's just it kind of peeved me off a little bit. Like and of course, like yeah. I apologize. This is what unscripted commentaries are like, people. So yeah. And of course, trying to figure out what else to talk about. Oh, I despise Mean Girls so much. I do not like that movie at all. Like, 20% of that movie is okay, 80% of it I do not like at all. But I'll probably talk about that in another video. Like, and I'm a bit surprised Nathan Lane didn't come back to voice Timon, but nevertheless. Like, oh god. Everyone thought Hakuna Matata was annoying. Oh my god, this song. Though I'll give it this, it's not the stink song that you hear in the Rise of Maku, but oh my god. This song, at least this song is more catchy than like Bunga the Wise or the stink song. It's like And you'll notice in this joke right here, like, this is sort of my issues with audio. I make all these reviews, by the way, in a Windows Movie Maker, so like I wasn't quite aware of how like to really edit together in Movie Maker with these video reviews, so the audio is kind of all jumbled all over the place. It goes low, and it slowly goes high, and then it goes low again, and then it goes high again. Hopefully I've been able to improve my editing skills with my next few videos, like, because now I've been able to really try to hone my editing skills in terms of audio and video. Hopefully, that's my goal. and yeah, I think the joke that's about to come up here, I'm probably it's probably my favorite joke in this video. Like, I was so proud of this this ADD joke with Mark Lowry, because I was actually a huge Gaithers fan growing up, and I'm still a huge Mark Lowry fan, so like anytime I get to use clips from him, it's a real treat.
I used to have ADHD, but y'all, I dropped the A.
Good joke. I love Mark Lowry. One of these days I'm going to have to make a video about Gaithers Pond or something. I actually referenced that in my Cool Cat review, the Gaithers Pond. I'll probably have to do something along with that, because Gaithers Pond, interesting little dive into the Christian video market and the Gaither oeuvre, I guess you could say. And this song, the first hyena number that I was introduced to in the Line Guard series. Good introduction, man. Good introduction. And of course the trippy colors here. And the song you're about to hear with this joke is the theme to Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, Alice's theme. And as much a fan as I'm not a huge fan of that movie, but the music is pretty freaking awesome. Like, Danny Elfman makes some really good music, man. Good, the trippy colors here. I think this may be the trippiest color usage I've seen in a Lion King project so far. Like the oranges and of course. Oh yeah, and this made no sense to me. Like, they say they're gonna do it in the cover of night, and then they do it during the day. Like, wouldn't they want to wait until it's dark? Like, it makes, as PPG would say, it makes so much sense. Yeah, and of course, like, Kion beginning to assemble the Lion Guard. And something I actually discovered about this kid, Doosan Brown, who plays Bestie, he actually has a video out where he actually does stand-up comedy, and at 11 years old, and it's actually pretty adorable, to be honest. Like, he almost kind of reminds me of a young that kid from Cop and a Half. Like, if you look up that video, Doosan Brown stand-up, and you see him in that video, it almost kind of reminds me of the young actor from Cop and a Half. I forget what his name is. The kid who played Devon in that movie. But yeah. And of course, this is really awkward. My first commentary, guys. Like, try to cut me a little slack, hopefully. Like, yeah. This was really fascinating. Like, the seeing all these new kid characters interact. Like, I think that's one of the strengths of the series. Like, just seeing, it's very reminiscent of sort of those classic 80s movies like The Goonies and whatnot, where you see all these young kids trying to converse. Like, it's... Oh yeah, and I really missed an opportunity here. I should have used, after he made the squeaking roar, I should have used Shenzi's clip where she says, "Is that all?" Like, after Simba's roar. After Simba's squeaky roar, and the, like, trying to stand up to him to the hyenas in the original movie. And and yeah, this racist joke. The Lion Guard has always been made up of lions. I think you could pretty much rename this commentary. Like, Brandon stares at phone screen, watching video, and just talking gibberish. And the reason why I actually decided to I'll be getting to I'll be talking about another one of my videos coming up after this one. One of the reasons I decided to start doing the Lion Guard episode reviews was because Like, I had seen the Headhunter Productions My Little Pony Season 5 episode reviews, and I thought it was really unique that a reviewer was doing sort of these riffs about individual episodes of a cartoon series, and I hadn't really seen one done of a Disney Channel series. And so I decided, you know what? This movie was. I found this movie to be. As much seeing how I like this movie, I decided, to check out the Lion Guard series just on a whim. And after watching the first episode, the Never Judge a Hyena by Its Spots episode, I basically thought, you know what? It would be fun to kind of, riff on this and sort of doing that as an experiment. Little did I know it would soon turn out to be like the spin-off series, the Lion Guard episode reviews. I never would have expected me to be doing that frequently, the episode reviews, but it's been fun making those, and and I have this movie to thank for that. Like, if it hadn't been for this movie, I wouldn't be making so many videos about the Lion Guard. And thank you, Return of the Roar. You kind of helped me to find something to do on my channel besides, the current movie reviews and the other Golden Ticket reviews I do. Like, and I actually have an idea for another series I'm going to be trying out involving movie music, but I probably won't be doing that for a while until I can find something until I can really make sure I won't get blocked by copyright. And of course, music is more copyright. It's more keen to copyright claims than these videos are. Even though I still have a copyright dispute going on with Disney with my latest Lion Guard review, please Disney, let me out of it, WTFU! But anyway, yeah. And this I really do apologize for not having much to say about this. Oh, wait a minute, now we do have something to talk about. As much as I'm not a huge fan of this fart joke, at least it almost kind of makes sense. It's not like it's a random fart just for the sake of, toilet humor. I mean, his uncle is Pumbaa, so it actually kind of makes sense for him to be, somewhat, to do a joke that's somewhat gas-related, I guess. And so, you know what? I just let it pass. I didn't rant about it any further than I did in this video. Yeah, and this was kind of anticlimactic. You'd think he'd, fight him or something. Fist fight or something. But, what are you gonna do? And of course, with this, this was a really kind of fascinating... I don't even know where I was going. Again, this is my first commentary, so please bear with me, until I have something to talk about. And of course, I was actually kind of surprised that Disney, wasn't going, copyright happy with this when I uploaded this, because so many of these songs, are owned by the Disney company, and, with the next video that I did with Never Judge a Hyena by Its Spots, of course, Disney actually claimed that video when I used the, Kion and Jasiri We're the Same duet. And so I ended up having to remove the audio from the music from that video. But if you would like to see that full uncut video with the actual song in it, you can see it on my Vimeo page. Plug. And this is sort of just a clip I saw of the Never Judge a Hyena by Its Spots review. I hadn't seen the actual episode at this point until a few weeks later. This was I'm really proud of this video. Despite some of the audio issues, it's not as bad as the audio you see in the Lady and the Tramp 2 review. I think I kind of improved, and hopefully I just improved, and basically the rest is history. The Lion Guard episode reviews, then took off from there, and now I have over 300 subscribers now, so I can't thank you guys enough for being the awesome viewers that you are. Yeah, you really helped me to gain some confidence and really doing some making video review entertainment for you guys, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and I'm enjoying making them. Tonight We Strike. I don't think there was a more fitting. I don't think there's a more fitting song to play during this whole copyright dispute I've got with Disney now over my latest Lang card review. Like, speaking of which, it's kind of ironic I used this song in the Return of the WHOO review, and then in my latest card review I used the remix version by Sayonara Maxwell, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the Sayonara Maxwell remix of Tonight We Strike, look it up on YouTube. It's really, really cool. And of course I actually got some inspiration from Bob's show for doing these sort of after credits funny notes. Like both Decker Shadow and Bob's show are kind of are kind of known for putting little funny bits at the end of their videos, funny comments, and so I got some inspiration from them to do that part. And of course Bob's show is my biggest inspiration in terms of video making anyway, so you know what? Tonight We Strike indeed. And of course this little joke, this Rocky joke, I couldn't resist. I don't even know how many people actually watched the end of this video. The end tag, a little bit I got from the Nostalgia Critic. And of course this Toy Story joke with Hakuna Matata, I just couldn't resist. So, yeah, that was my Return of the WHOO review, and it was pretty fun to make. And now if you'll excuse me, I just need to get another video going for you so we can enjoy another commentary. And this, of course, is my review for Bunga and the King, or Bunga vs. Simba. Strangely enough, one of my more popular guard reviews. And of course this opening bit, I hadn't actually seen Batman v Superman. I just heard how bad it was, and I just thought it would be fun to put that in at the beginning, especially with this Bunga versus Simba bit. I just couldn't. Oh, and of course that's a Star Wars blanket you're seeing on my head. I got that for Christmas one year. I love that blanket so much. And of course we go into the opening title song with He Lives in You, performed by the great Jonathan Young, a really great YouTube singer. Him and Caleb Hiles and Brian Hull are my three favorite YouTube singing personalities. Well, them and Nate Wants to Battle are my favorites. This was a really fun theme song to edit. One of these days I need to try to edit together my do a new song for my Golden Ticket Reviews intro, because as much as I think the Who Likes to Party intro is fun, and short and sweet and to the point, it's not like this. I need to try to better the theme song for the regular Golden Ticket Reviews. And of course the song I use here is Why by Living Illusion, because it's a freaking amazing song and I will have nobody tell me otherwise. And of course this song is famous for being used in the Spoonie Final Fantasy Part 6, I think. The ending of the Spoonies videos for Final Fantasy 13. And again, of course I do these videos in Movie Maker, so I don't have Adobe Premiere yet. I plan to get that someday so I can really better my videos that I make. But yeah, I have these effects in Movie Maker, and I actually rarely use them for some reason. So, and of course, I like to make these videos kind of unique. So, I couldn't resist using this sepia tone. I don't know why I use a sepia tone, to be honest, but it looks cool to me anyway. So, what are you gonna do? And of course, this Adventure Time joke. I actually don't watch much Adventure Time, to be honest, but I saw this video on YouTube, and my brother watches Adventure Time, and I remembered seeing this clip, so I had to use this clip of tree trunks singing because it's beautiful. and I love it. And yeah, Bunga and the King. This was a really fascinating video to make because I've sort of had a really weird relationship with the character of Bunga. Mostly, I just kind of play the hate for laughs, basically. I kind of exaggerate my, almost kind of exaggerate my personality in these videos. Like, I'm not usually like as sarcastic or fast talking as I put myself in these videos. I am pretty awkward. I will admit that. My relationship with Bunga is kind of like my relationship with Scrappy not Scrappy Doo. I love Scrappy Doo. Occasionally. Jar Jar Binks, like, as annoying as Jar Jar Binks is, like, he's kind of funny, you know. Though I'll probably get a lot of hate comments for saying that, but I like. Oh, my only regret is Christmas shoes. I love that joke. So proud of that joke. Like, even though you could barely make it out. Like, I need to try to make out my jokes better in these videos, because sometimes the audio, like, I sometimes speak way too fast. Once I'm able to better my audio qualities, like, I will let you know. Oh, and this Spy Kids 3D, like, how weird is it that I actually made a joke about this, like, I think, like, about a month before the Nostalgia Critic actually put together his review of Spy Kids 3D. But I like that. I really like that joke. Man. And of course you had to mess up that mane. Oh yeah, and I got that joke from Count Dracula's Trick or Treat review where he goes, "So close, man, so close. You could have had 20 points." I kind of borrowed that joke a little bit. And yeah, this is a fascinating episode to watch. Like, it's really interesting whenever you see characters that you think wouldn't, fit well together in an episode, like, really work kind of well, almost well off each other. Like, Bunga's sort of the hyperactive, always rushing triple type. Simba's the knowledgeable king type, well, somewhat knowledgeable king type, and basically, it's really fun to see these two work off each other. As much as you think it wouldn't work, it always kind of does. I know there's a lot of people out there who aren't too big fans of Bunga, but at times he could be funny. Well, I like this bit here with "We appear to be stuck." I like Simba's reaction. He's like, yeah. Like, I'm stuck in this situation. Oh, and this was on first joke. Oh, and the lighting changed. Video making people color correction. I don't think I have color correction in Movie Maker, but I promise you, once I get Adobe Premiere, these videos, hopefully they'll look and sound a little bit better than they do now. Yeah, Nala. I wish Nala would get more screen time. She's kind of relegated to just being the loving wife and nothing more. I really wish Nala would get more screen time. As much, again, I repeat these jokes. I repeat things a lot. I apologize. And of course, I had to make a Stephen King "it" joke there, like, because why not? Like, really, with these reviews, I pretty much just go into them with the motto of "what?" Because why not? Like any joke I make, like, because why not? Yeah, and again, first commentary, so apologies for sounding awkward. And, yeah, one of the things you'll notice is that I tend to look down a lot, because I keep my phone, like, kind of like I'm doing with a commentary right now. Like, I'm watching this video on my mobile phone right now, and, I tend to look down when, because I have my script on Google. I write my script on Google Drive, and so I'll have it on the side on one of my shelves out of the frame, and basically I'll just look down on occasion to try to make sure, like, I know what my lines are. I need to try to better my eyesight so it looks like I'm not looking at anything. Like, oh, and of course this inevitable Twilight joke. Bella Swan is 1,000 times worse than Bunga, I will say that. Twilight. There's not enough Twilight jokes on the internet, are there? Well, anyway. This was a... one of the things that's fascinating about doing episode reviews like this is trying to, like, really be able to... Really being able to... yeah, I think that's a log or a tree trunk, Brandon. Man. I honestly don't know. I don't know a plank of wood from a Groot. You know, I need to say that line for a future episode. I like that line. I don't know a plank of wood from a Groot. I don't know a log from a tree. I don't know a piece of wood from a Groot. Well. And yeah. Yeah, this is oh yeah, and the meanwhile at blank 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 jokes. Like I pretty much just like think of whatever's off the top of my head, and Magic School Badger just sort of popped in there. I don't know why, because it doesn't make any sense as a joke, but hey, you know, comedy. Oh, and here comes one of my favorite jokes I've ever made in any of my review videos. The CNN parody, PNN. Oh, this was a fun video make. Oh, on this suit and tie I'm wearing here, this was actually that's actually my father's suit and tie that I was borrowing, and of course it took a lot in editing to try to make it look like a CNN type format, and of course the little and I love the things at the bottom, like, why do you even read these? And the next one coming up, check your email, check your Facebook, you twat. Oh, I love this. Oh, I was really proud of this joke. I think that's the proudest I've ever been on a joke of these, or on any of the videos I make, like reviews or otherwise. Like, and of course, I think the king. I think it's kind of weird how Simba kind of has this very short fuse in terms of, like, in retrospect, I probably could have used the Marty McFly. Nobody calls me Yellow clip. Oh, and our family dog Chloe. Again, there aren't enough dogs on the internet, are there? This is the third time she's been in one of my videos. The first two being she was in my Bolt review, and also in my Lady and the Tramp 2 review at the end. Her and my brother were at the end of that video. I think they were in another one of my videos, but I could be wrong. I don't. Oh, and this little. I don't think the audio was high enough on this. I apologize. I love doing that. Anytime you get to mess with audio and videos, like, anytime you get to mess with audio or speed up videos, it's always fun. It's always fun from an editing standpoint. You get to do that, like, because you really do as a reviewer. I assume so. Oh, and this Hakuna Matata acapella. Yeah. And this Pitch Perfect joke. Pitch Perfect. I haven't actually seen the sequel, but I've seen the original Pitch Perfect. This is just awkward, though. And this. I wonder how many people actually got this Jumpstart reference that I made with the echolocation song. I wonder how many people actually got that joke aside from myself. And you know, as cringy as the acapella Hakuna Matata is from these two, like, it's not as cringy as some of the music covers I had made. Like, I've made tons of music covers. I have no idea why I made the music covers anyway. I guess I've always kind of had a love for music, and you'll be seeing that in a future series that I'm making with movie music, obscure movie music. Stay tuned to that. Stay tuned for that. Bro. when someone mentions the word bro, you just need to use a Brad Jones or Cinema Snob reference, and I just couldn't resist. Whoa, bro, Mulchix. I'm really excited for his new Jesus Bro movie. I actually can. That's gonna be a really fun. I've been a real big fan of Brad Jones's movie work. Like, if you'll notice, I'm really influenced by him on the videos that I make in terms of sarcastic humor and references and whatnot. Like, and that was especially my Alpha and Omega 3 review that you can see on Bob Show's channel. Like, I'm definitely. People notice that I'm really influenced by. Oh, apologies, I'm getting a Twitter text, but we'll do it live. And I actually kind of feel bad that I didn't use the SpongeBob joke of "Let me play you a song on the world's smallest violin" during this bit. Like, but I think that's one of the fun things about being a reviewer is that when you look back at your work, like you start to think of better jokes you could have made, or better comments you could have, or more fascinating comments you could have made, and I guess that's one of the. It's a blessing and a curse to do that. Like oh, I love the faces here. Anytime I see characters in like a face like another state of shock, like it's always a lot of fun to see. Like, especially like if you'll notice in Alpha and Omega Dino Digs when Humphrey and Kate are introduced to Amy the dinosaur, like when all of them freeze up, like it's freaking hilarious. Like, as bad as that movie is, like it still cracked. It really cracked me up when I saw that in Alpha and Omega Dino Digs. Oh yeah, and of course I had to make a passing reference to the Can't Wait to Be a Queen review with the elephants here. Like, maybe I'll make a commentary on that if I decide to start keeping on doing these commentaries. And of course we come to the inevitable return of Hakuna Matata. Oh man, this was rather strange to see. Yeah. I think this is the best I've ever sung, to be honest. If you look at some... I apologize to those who watched my cover of the songs Lava and Feels Like Summer from Shaun the Sheep. Like, those are kind of cringy the more I think about them. Like, whatever. Whatever. And, yeah, I think out of all the Line Guard episode reviews I made, this was a really fun one to make, because I got to really make some really obscure references to Cinema Snob and other stuff. And I got to bash Batman v Superman, which is always a good thing to do. Like, Batman v Superman. I still haven't seen it, but I've heard it sucked so much. And I had a feeling it was going to suck. Like, as soon as I saw Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg. So, I really don't know what else to say. Oh, and of course we have Brian Hull's Hakuna Matata being sung by Pooh, Tigger, and Eeyore. I really love Brian Hull. He's a cool guy. I'd love to work with him someday. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little double episode review commentary thing experiment. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep on doing these in the future, but nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble on about these two random videos of mine. And if you happen to stay through the whole thing, or you just watch a few seconds of it, which in that case, like, how do I know you're even still watching the video and not on another video site or whatever? But anyway, like, I hope you had fun listening to this. Like, this is just kind of an experiment to see, like, how I can do in a video commentary. Like, I've kind of been rambling on for the past nearly 40 minutes. Wow, it's been almost 40 minutes since I started this commentary. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless, and hopefully you enjoy the videos that I make, and hopefully the videos that I make in the future you will find some enjoyment and entertainment. Like, I pretty much just do this as a hobby and for entertainment purposes, and I guess, yeah. I guess that's all I have to say. The video's about to end here, so I'm just going to cut it short and say thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Peace out. Hakuna Matata indeed. Now roar, Bunga.